Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. Let's continue the Kingdom of France campaign for Kingdoms 1212 AD. Last time we finished our little crusade, the 5th crusade to be exact. We took Cairo, and an interesting thing appeared that I wasn't expecting. This is definitely a new addition. It said because we took Cairo, we should go on and take Jerusalem next. And so that's what we're going to do. I was planning on doing that anyway, but now we have another reason to do so. So we're at war with the Ayyubids. They are the dynasty, I believe, connected to Saladin or Salahuddin, from who conquered Jerusalem in the 12th century, 1100s. He fought Baldwin IV. Later on, he fought off Richard the Lionhearted during the Third Crusade. So this dynasty, it has a powerful legacy. But so far, we've been having no issues fighting them off. But let's see if we can recruit maybe... do we have access to special Crusader units? Maybe, no? Yeah, we're gonna have to stay here and replenish for a while. Let's demolish this. We've demolished everything else. And we have a ton of money, so I'm gonna start investing a lot of this money. Let's put some money right here. House public order. Public order stabilizing. Can I get away with raising taxes, or is that... Nah. Can't get away with that. Let's try to get some trade agreements. Maybe a non-aggression pact. No. England's still butthurt. What about Venice? Venice, I think, is warming up. No. A lot of trade partners that... No. Come on. What if we do an arranged marriage? No? Oh wow, they don't want to be part of a great family. Alright. Governor, no. No point appointing a governor in Cairo, because I'm going to be abandoning it once my army's replenished enough. And then we'll go for Jerusalem. And that'll be fun. I think Jerusalem's smaller. It's a smaller city than Cairo, so it's not going to have as stiff defenses, I think. I was also considering I could stop by in Alexandria, maybe sack it, maybe do some damage there to weaken the Ayyubids. Maybe. We'll see what they have. We'll see how strong their garrison is. Oh wow, the Reconquista has finally been completed, ushering a new age of Catholic Christian domination of the Spanish Peninsula. So it looks like they pushed out the Moors. Wow. Yeah, I love this mod. It's so scripted. I remember playing it when it first came out, like 5 years ago, and had way fewer scripts, way fewer events, and now it's like a lot better. We're gonna have a rebellion soon. That's fine. I could just keep investing money. Maybe in Orleans. Yeah, why not? Still gotta replenish, and I'll deal with that rebellion. They'll probably, yeah, they spawn they spawn in the desert, so that right away they're suffering attrition. That's funny. But yeah, we'll quickly beat them back, auto-resolve, and then keep replenishing, and then eventually I'll abandon. Actually, I could allow that rebel army to take Cairo, because I don't really need Cairo. Jerusalem is the prize. What is Jerusalem worth? Nothing. Everything. If you've seen the movie Kingdom of Heaven, you'll remember that scene with Saladin. It's a good movie. People say it's not historically accurate, but who cares? It has the right vibe. It has the right aesthetics. Close enough. What is this? Dissatisfied with the reigning Holy Roman Emperors, the Pope has decided to appoint the champion of his will as a pretender to the throne. His Holiness has chosen you as the strongest power among all of Christendom to take your rightful place as monarch of the Holy Roman Emperor by conquest. Accepting His Holiness' task will surely... Man, I can't fight a war with the Holy Roman Empire right now. I'm gonna have to refuse the offer. Okay, good. I only lost 2 points from that. Okay, so Hungary. So because we said no, Hungary's the next best. I guess they'll be fighting. Yep, Holy Roman Empire and Kingdom of Hungary are at war. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, it changes. So when the mod starts, the county of Brunswick is called the Holy Roman Empire, and then I guess Sicily took over. So I would have had to fight in southern Italy. That would have been a huge pain. So it's even better that I said no. All right. Should I deal with this rebellion, or should I... Let's wait a bit. And they're going to suffer attrition anyway. If you ignore a rebel army, they grow in size every turn, but because they'll be suffering attrition, that'll help kind of mitigate that a little bit. So I'm just going to ignore it for now. But yeah, I really got to replenish, and then we'll kind of stop by Alexandria, see what the situation is. Is the garrison strong? Is there an army protecting it? Hopefully they're distracted, because I should check that in the diplomacy panel. Maybe they have a lot. Maybe they're at war with like a bunch of factions because of the Fifth Crusade. That might be keeping them distracted. Let's take a look. Ayyubids. They're at war with us. Kingdom of Antioch, which is here, and Kingdom of Jerusalem, which is there. So they're not at war with as many factions as I thought. They might not be distracted. Here's the rebel army. They're still suffering attrition. Let's wait. Let's wait one more turn, and then I'll head out north. Now I also have to choose a correct path. Oh, now they want a trade agreement. Whatever. I have to choose the right path. If I go to the left around the pyramids, I think that's desert, so I'm going to suffer attrition. I have to follow the Nile where it's nice and lush and green. No attrition, no risk of attrition. So we'll see. Oh shit, there's an Ayyubid army. I'm just gonna abandon that place. They can fight that rebel army that's interested in taking the city. They can fight it out. Maybe I could just auto-resolve the Ayyubid army, because I do want to weaken them as much as I can. Bunch of stuff going on. Yeah, it's a full stack army. Oh, but because we have heavy cavalry, favor is overwhelmingly on our side. Let's replenish a little. Damn, I suffer casualties. So let's get back in here and replenish a little. This might be a mistake, because this rebel army is getting ready to attack. And there is no local garrison. But we'll risk it. Even if they attack, I'll be able to repel them. I'll just have to wait even longer for my numbers to replenish. All right, Crown of Aragorn. They want a non-aggression pact. That's fine. We're both Catholic. We're chilling. You know, speaking of Catholicism, that's kind of the way I view a lot of these universalist religions, like denominations. I view them as like long-term alliances, not only historically, but I think even to some degree in modern times. Like when two countries are like Catholic, or if two countries are Eastern Orthodox, they have some values and history, and a lot of the time like common historical alliances, and that kind of helps glue them together. Even if members, we are getting attacked. I'll just do a quick auto resolve. At least we're getting a lot of experience from winning all these battles. Yeah, let's do that. Getting a lot of experience. So let's wait one more turn. Man, we're having a lot of public order issues. Maybe I should be researching whatever this building is. Let's go with that. So we have public orders issues here, public order issues there. Even Normandy. I could lower taxes, but that'll put me in the negative. Let's do it for one turn just to kind of stabilize things a little bit. But yeah, what was I talking about? Religion, universalist religion. But yeah, now with like, you know, with like pagan religions or folk religions, you know, kind of like what I would call ethnocentric religions, where you have to kind of be born into it. I would put Shinto in that category. I would put arguably you could put Hinduism, but Hinduism is so varied. It like varies a lot. Some Hindus are very universalist. Others are more kind of rooted into land. So I don't know. It varies, but in general, if a religion is quote unquote pagan, it's more of a tribal religion. And I think the main reason pagan religions got replaced, not because they were, you know, not because you could prove that they were objectively wrong. I think it's more because the universalist religions like Islam or Christianity, because it would be like a coalition, like a grand alliance of many different groups, they would outnumber individual pagan ethnic groups, and that's why there was like a huge incentive to convert to a universalist religion, because you would just get so many more allies, because it would be based on, you know, faith or belief, or you could call it ideology rather than kinship or blood. And I think you can see that from the historical record. Like, one of the reasons why a lot of Central Europeans converted, like Saxons or Polish people or Czech people, is because they were getting brutalized by like the Franks and other Western Europeans. They would get enslaved, because you wouldn't really have human rights unless you were Christian during that time, during those early Middle Ages. Let's see. Am I ready to head out? How's the garrison in Alexandria? Let's take a risk. No army protecting it. Juicy target. Send the turn. Now I'm thinking, should I auto-resolve Alexandria, or should I fight it? Because I'm wondering if it has some interesting battle map. Does it have any custom things? Does it have something that makes it unique? Probably not. Ah, shit, there has an army in there now. They want money for military access. Look, we're struggling financially. I can't give you 1K. No way. Come on. But yeah, it might be hard taking it out that garrison move though. Makes me more inclined to auto resolve. Upkeep is too high. Whatever. County of Brunswick and Denmark are at war. Kingdom of Mercuria and the Ayyubids are at war. That's good. That's gonna help keep them distracted. Attrition. Why are we suffering attrition? Oh, plague. Plague. Not good. Oh, nice. Another building slot. Let's, what do we need? Sanitation's good. Wait, we need money. But the fertility is really, really good. Bountiful. Yeah. Base fertility 4. France in general has really good farmland. So let's build another farm. And let's go back to Egypt. So how big is this army that moved in? How big's the garrison? Let's try it out. Let's build some ladders. Let's see how they react. Let's ignore this. But yeah, what was I saying about religion? But yeah, I think one of the reasons, like I was saying, universalist religion spread is because it would allow you to gang up on like smaller, more ethnicity based religions, more pagan, more primordial religions. So even if you had a group that was kind of like overperforming, they would just get ganged up by all the other surrounding tribes, which would be united through universalist religion. And you saw that a lot. Like you could find plenty of historical examples of this. Like I said earlier, like the Saxons, the Poles, they were all getting constantly ganged up by Western Europe. Even better, a later example, Lithuanians. They were like one of the only pagans left, I think, in the 1300s, 1400s. And they were getting constantly pummeled, not only by the Teutonic Order, which, you know, famously pressured them to convert, but a bunch of Western European kings and nobles from like France, England, all over the place, Norway. They would come to Lithuania and they would wage like mini crusades against the Lithuanians. This is level 3 city. Alright, we got some farmland. What's going to give me the most food? 40 plus 30, that's 70. 85, 70. We're going to go with this one. Pigsty. Rebellion imminent. We're going to let the rebellion happen. Alright, what's going on here? Just do it. Auto resolve. I don't care. And, oh damn, 7k. We're gonna sack that shit. And then I'm gonna do something brutal. I'm gonna raise it. I don't play around. And I think that's permanently gonna cripple them, because I think this is one of the biggest cities the Ubits have. If not the biggest. Now, one issue that we have is we're gonna have public order problems. Not public order. We're gonna have issues replenishing. We need to make contact with Antioch and the Kingdom of Jerusalem, because they're going to be friendly, because they're Catholic, and also they're at war with their Ubits, so they're going to like that we're fighting a common enemy. Oh shit, the English are willing to accept a bunch of stuff. How much money can we get out of it? Oh damn. Apparently a lot of money. Damn, they really want to get married into the family. That's the maximum amount I can ask. Damn, they accepted all of it. Ton of money. What about Venice? No, they're really stubborn when it comes to trade. What about Genoa? Nice. Let's make a peace offer. Wait. Oh, Ubits. Nah, can't offer peace. We made a bunch of money. How much? 13k. So we need 13k. Oh, to upgrade Lyon, it's only a 11k. That might be... Let's move this army over here. Let's upgrade Lyon. How's the sanitation situation? No, that's the wrong one. Sanitation. So it's pretty good in the south now. It's only Paris that... Oh, Paris is -5. Paris is going to have a lot of issues. It's probably what's spreading all the disease. All the dirty people in Paris. Let's see. I'm gonna end the turn. Well, let's do this first, and then we'll end it. But yeah, that army is suffering so much attrition because of disease. I think plague or something else. But yeah, finally we can move one of the armies further, a little bit to the north, because for a while I had both armies all the way in the south, because that's where I was fighting wars. But that left the north pretty vulnerable. Let's see what the Ubits do. Come on. But yeah, this mod is so addictive, especially because of the scripted events. It really adds. Okay, Cairo was taken by rebels. I think those are Mamluks, but that's fine. I don't mind that. The Mamluks, if they grow, they'll keep the... Yeah, the Mamluk Sultanate. And they're open to having a peace treaty. So we can get even more money this way. Wow, they're oh, okay. 1.2k, that's not sufficient. Now let's head for Jerusalem. Nah, that's kind of risky. If I put them on forced march, if we get attacked, they'll perform a lot worse in battle. Still having public order issues in Normandy. All right, and a lot of skill points. Let's dish these out. This one, that one. Governor, is this the king? Yeah, that's the king. I guess we could put the king as. Can I? No. We'll choose someone else. Yeah, Leon, and we're gonna put the best edict, the one that promotes population growth, because that plays such a big role. The more people you have, the more building slots you have, the more you can upgrade stuff. Alright. I don't know if I can take Jerusalem with what's left of my army, because they've been fighting so much, they haven't really had a chance to replenish. But we'll see. Jerusalem should have a relatively small garrison. It's a smaller city, but there might be an army protecting it, or there could be an army nearby, so by the time I build siege equipment, that army could come up and cause trouble. Let's build a farm. What the hell? What? You have failed to live up to the promises made to His Holiness after the last crusade. I was literally right next to Jerusalem. Mission failed. You have requested from His Holiness that all... They didn't give me enough of the deadline. Jerusalem is abdicated to the kingdom of Jerusalem. I was literally one turn away from taking Jerusalem. So yeah, we're excommunicated. This is gonna cause a lot of issues. A lot of issues. And I can't. I was just looking. Can I change religions? But there's not a sizable enough minority religion. You need like 10%. Fuck. This is, yeah, 0 public. Now, one way to deal with this is to get your king killed. Man, that is unfair. I'm like right next to Jerusalem. Like literally. Damn. Well, might as well lay siege to it, even though the Pope doesn't care anymore. Which is also dumb. That like you should get rewarded for that, even if there's no ongoing crusade, because it's Jerusalem. Jerusalem always matters. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. Like always, thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Hope you're enjoying it. I'm having a blast. I love this mod, and I'm having fun playing as France. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.